They want to emulate what he's doing. They want to be like him. They want to do the things that he's doing that are making him grow and are making him help others. They want to do that. And that is a personality and a character of a person who has mentorship at heart. Now, when we look at mentoring, there are different levels of mentoring. We can start from the immediate family, the father, the mother, the immediate family. You as a parent, you are good mentors of early and lifetime to your children. My husband is a lawyer. My husband wanted, and I have 2 children. My husband wanted my first son to do law. My first son said he doesn't want to do law. But my husband was thinking that I'll let my first son do law so that he will come and join me in his chambers. And we had Azingi and Azingi, whatever it is, limited. My son wasn't interested in it. And so my son now decided to go and read economics. My husband was not happy at all. He said, "Why would you go and read economics? Where will economics take you?" But when we went for the graduation of my son's professor we went to greet him. He met my husband and said, "Congratulations, sir. Your son is the CNN of economics." Do we understand that? The CNN of economics means your son knows so much about economics. He's an expert in economics. So my husband allowed him. But he couldn't hold him. He still said, "Go and do masters in law." But my son said, "No, he will go and do international economics." Now my son has a very big job in one of the biggest companies in America. With that economics. Okay? My daughter was watching my husband, was watching her father. So unconsciously, her father was influencing her. And then she told us when she was even in primary school, she wants to be like her father, she wants to read law. And she kept saying this, and we thought it was a joke. My daughter went in and read law. She went in masters, she did law. She's now a seasoned lawyer. She's the one with I came with her. And that made my husband happy. I'm saying this to let you know that our actions, our character in the whole can influence our children, either positively or negatively. You can also be a mentor when you are like our father here, spiritual father here. So when we go to church, we are mentored, we are coached, we are taught spiritual things, and that's part of mentoring too. When we're in the school, the students there are being mentored, they are being tutored, they are being trained. It's still part of mentoring. There are still different styles of mentoring. We also have professional and career, where people do internships. You go to senior lawyer, junior lawyer, you go to the medical school, you come back and you do your internship, your housemanship in the medical school. So there are different levels of this kind of mentorship. There are also friends who can even mentor you. Friends who have a knowledge that you desire, that you are interested in. They can teach you those skills, they can give you those knowledge, and you also begin to learn or have that knowledge like that. Now I'll ask you a question. I've talked about mentoring. Who do you think should be mentored? In all of these that I've talked about, who do you think should be mentored? We call the person being mentored the mentee. Who do you think should be mentored? Who can give me an answer? Sorry, sir, Daddy. A willing person, yes, a willing person. Who should be mentored? Everybody. That's what I want to hear. Okay, Prof, you can do your own too.
I want you to present that somebody who is ready to learn.
Somebody who is ready to learn. Is Prof, do you think Prof at his age is not ready to learn? He's still learning. He told me about courses he did online and he got certificate. He and Shadrach went and did the courses together. He passed more than his son. So he's also a mentee even as he's a mentor. So everybody, you and I, you can be a mentee, I can be a mentee because we are always willing and ready to learn. Now, who do you think should be the mentor? Who should be the mentor? Parents, the one more experienced? Yeah? Who else? Prof, can you give me that word again? Everybody. Right? So by the time you are mentoring, you too have something you can teach someone else. So you become the mentor. So in us, we are mentors and we are mentees in each of us. I have told you about in the families. As children, we are mentees. As fathers, as mothers, we are mentors. And it goes on and on like that. So at any given point, do not think it's too late to learn. And at any given point, do not think it's too late to teach, to mentor. Now, when I talk about all of these types of mentoring, there are different types. There's even the reverse mentoring. I talk about the reverse mentoring much because I say most people think it's only the older people that should teach the younger people. But these days, we have something that the younger ones are always teaching us, the older ones. Who can help us with that thing? What is it that the younger ones know more than us? ICT technology. When the small 3-year-old baby takes our phone, you know what they will do? They will do their little finger like this. They will do like this. Because they know all those apps we don't know. And because of us only calling, messaging, and WhatsApp. That's all we do. But they can do much more. So at their own age, they can also mentor. It's a reverse mentoring. While we are teaching them how to be good children, they are also teaching us how to do certain things with ICT. Now, there are different methods of mentoring, and one of them is influencing. Coaching, teaching, we talked about them, motivating, role modeling. One of them is influencing. I just want to look at that influencing, which is what Prof has been demonstrating in his 75 years. Everyone influences others. You don't have to be, like I said, in an older position or in a high-profile occupation to be an influencer. Whenever your life connects with another person, you exert influence. So everything you do at home, at work, or at play has an influence, an impact on everyone on the lives around you, in your homes, at work, anywhere, at your businesses, in the marketplace, anywhere you are. Number one, a person of influence nurtures other people. If you look around, you will discover that the people in your life, they want encouragement, they want recognition, they want hope. Someone to give them hope. And you, as an influencer, can nurture others and give them this hope so that they are not dependable only on you. A person of influence has faith in people. So you are to help them to think more highly of themselves. A person of influence listens to people. Now, all these things, all these points I'm pointing out, I'm listing out. Can you hear Professor Yodem in them? All of them. A person of influence listens to people. He nurtures people. He has faith in people. You can hear all of that. They are interested in people. They are helping others to, he understands people, so he helps them to grow. He enlarges people. He is able to listen to their problems, accommodate their problems, stretch them, help them stretch them until they reach their own full potential and they know that they have grown. A person of influence navigates for other people. So if they need assistance, you help them navigate their path, you help them show them the way, you help them avoid pitfalls, and then they stay on course, and at the end of the day, they are walking the journey on their own. And then the person of influence empowers people. A person of influence reproduces other influences. So the effect is multiplication. When Prof is doing this, he's multiplying and making sure that others who are learning from him also teach others, also mentor others, also coach others, also motivate others to be able to grow. So however you influence believe that you are building leaders for tomorrow. That is building a lasting legacy. Now, I will just give you 5 strategies for building this legacy through mentorship. One is you identify and develop future leaders. That is, you identify potential people and nurture their growth that we have talked about. 2 is share wisdom and expertise. 3 is foster a culture of pay it forward. Pay it forward is encourage whoever you're growing to help another person to grow. You encourage a mentee to mentor others. You give to one person, tell the person, give to another person. That person will give to another person. And it keeps multiplying in that way. And there's growth in that community or in that locality. And then you leave a lasting impact. You establish a legacy. You can even do a scholarship program. Even this foundation here is a lasting impact that will keep going on and on for generations to come. You document and share your legacy. You write books on your experiences. If you know the number of books that Prof has written, in fact, it's been encouraging me to write a book on mentorship. Each time I present any topic or anywhere on mentorship, you will say, write a book. Come mentor, if you can't do it, let us do it together. That is to show you that you are now documenting and sharing your experiences, your knowledge, your skills. And it's very, very important. And then you can also have events and conferences where you share your knowledge. Now, I want us to listen to some testimonies. Testimonies of those who Professor Yoden has impacted and built and helped to grow. Samuel Agba, I don't know Samuel, but when I asked him to tell me, he's here now. When I heard Prof greetings, Sam, I turned and I looked at him. And I said, I'm sure Sam doesn't even know that I'm the one who sent a message to give me some small write-up, to give me some small testimony. Samuel Agba says, Prof was his employer, and to date, his mentor. That he was a student and citizen activist. And upon completion of NYC, Prof employed him and trained him. And Prof has been hands-on daily giving him exposure to writing. I remember I told him Prof has written so many books. He has helped many others to write so many books. One of them is about reading and consulting ideas. He made him believe he could do all things. And he has helped him in so many things, in so many ways. His quality of writing and communication and reporting skills has made him outstanding. Working later in life as aide to a governor, and a sound officer at UNHCR. When they say that you are seeing him more international, I didn't know that it was because of what he gained from Prof. I have a testimony. Now listen to this testimony. Tahom, a journey with Professor David Jr. My name is Tahom, and a young man who graduated from higher institution. I started teaching physics with the intention of impacting the young generation before furthering my studies to earn a master's degree in medical physics. While teaching, the federal government of Nigeria began recruiting for jobs. He applied, but he had nobody because he says it was in a system of who know who basis rather than merit. So he told his parents, he could only think of one person, who is Professor David Yoden. So he told his father to speak to him. And then, to cut the story short, that's how he wrote it. My father made a call on my behalf and Professor Yoden responded immediately. He acknowledged the corruption in the country but offered him a position in his organization. Within a few months, I found myself working happily and energetically under the leadership and mentorship of Professor Yoden, who is a generous man, a reader, a teacher, a comedian, and a father figure to me. Professor Yoden still corrects his pronunciation of certain words, all towards building him up, all towards helping him grow, do better. He provided me with platforms for self-development and growth. He sponsored my first training in digital marketing in Lagos, where I presented digital marketing before 50 graduates, including few PhD holders, and he was not a PhD holder. He sponsored his PGD, and he helped him improve his presentation skills. His generosity is unparalleled. I have never seen anyone as generous as him. Working with Professor Yene might not have given me all the money I wanted in the world, but the impact, remember we're talking about the lasting impact he had on my life is so massive that I feel rich. That is how I'm saying that. His mentorship transformed my life, providing me with opportunities and guidance that shaped my career and personal growth. Now, he learns a lot from Professor Yene. That there's no task Prof has ever given to me that I did not learn a new thing. So he's always learning a new thing. And his mentorship has been invaluable, shaping him into the person he is today. Let's give a big, big round of applause to Professor Yene. The round one, not the normal one. Not rain, a round of applause. There's another testimony, let's listen to this one. It's from Prof's former staff who was even sacked by Prof. But on 29th of August this year, this person wrote this on his Facebook page. A tribute to Professor David Yone, my mentor and my lucky tie. After graduating from the University of Abuja, I found myself at crossroads, unsure of my future. The day seemed long because of what lay ahead, was uncertain of what lay ahead. Then I met a man who changed everything for me, Professor David Yone. He wasn't just an ordinary man, he was a beacon of wisdom and kindness, a professor of marketing with a deep passion for his craft, but he was also more than that. He was a former senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a man who had given so much to his country and continued to give through his work and his mentorship. I remember the day I walked into his marketing agency, uncertain and hopeful, looking for a job. Professor David didn't just give me a job. He gave me an opportunity to learn, to grow, to transform. He took me under his wing and taught me so much. Then, there was one day. There was one special gift that Professor David gave me that I cherish to this day. I don't know if he still remembers that, Prof. A necktie. It wasn't just any tie, it became my lucky tie. He handed it to me almost 8 years ago during one of our conversations about life, business, and purpose. He said, I want you to wear a suit and tie, be smart. And this is what I hear Prof telling all of the staff, all of those when we go to the INC, the Institute of Management Consultants, seminars and workshops. Be smart, be smart. Since then, this tie has been the oldest piece in my closet. I wear it only on days I feel a need for that extra bit of love. And since that day, anytime he wears his lucky tie, for job interviews, client meetings, it helps him know that he must do his best. Today, I wear my lucky tie again, heading out on a business trip, feeling a mix of nostalgia and gratitude. I realized just how much Professor David has shaped my journey, how his teachings still guide my decisions, and how a simple necktie has come to symbolize so much more than a piece of paper. It represents hope, belief, and unwavering support of a mentor who saw potential in a young graduate when few others didn't. Thank you, Professor David, for everything. Interestingly, that is from it was Albert Manquen, if you remember. A testimony that also interested me is the one from Dova and Janet. Prof is my boss, father, and mentor. At his influence, he has helped me navigate critical phase and discover a new direction. He has played a significant role in shaping my career and personal growth. He has done so much for the family. He helps her develop essential skills in leadership, global events management, strategic planning, and attention to detail. Prof's meticulous approach taught her to strive for excellence in all aspects. Lastly, Prof taught me the value of giving, selflessness, and he leads by example. Now, I've been reading all these stories. Would you say that it's only good things that Prof has done? No. Or would you say it's only those who he has helped that we are talking, that they are talking, giving these testimonies? I'm sure there are many people who have stepped on their toes. No one is perfect. Only God is perfect. No one is perfect. But when you do this that outgrow or outnumber the negative things, you will remember for the positive things. We are not saying he's a perfect person, but what he does to help people has outnumbered those that are in the negative level. There's one special person, Joseph Nashaka. Yes, so our able MC. He has so much to say to about how Prof helps him. I wouldn't want to go into details, but he has helped him. He has helped him where he worked as a consultant. He has been in UIJ for a long time and went as a consultant to identify challenges of a clinic that he set up in his own village to the UIJ clinic. And he brought him closer to the family as he got an opportunity to be a teacher in a primary school, and seeing people volunteer to teach now gives him joy also. And he has learned diverse skills from Prof. Any day with Prof, Professor David Beleng is a learning day which has helped him to grow his capacity to perform and stimulate him into action. Professor David Beleng plays a role that as an Adormus, the author of Greece, he likes coaching people, so I wanted to read that too. He refers to as wise parenting, demanding and supportive. He pushes and pulls you to willingly hit your sweet spot of flow while achieving your targets. We have a testimony from Dr. John Ogu. He has helped him. He's still helping him. And we have a testimony from Isaac. He's helped him. He's still helping him. Even helped him found an e-commerce company for sale of foodstuffs. I'm rushing through this now because of my time. We have one from Janet, who has said that the Prof is my Janet Togude, the Jumbo. The Prof is my maternal uncle. And he has helped her. He has paid for the tuition of her education and helped her grow professionally and personally, and is still helping her. Now, in all of this, what did we gain in this? That there is joy in sharing, in helping. And there are two ways that you gain this joy. You gain joy by helping others. When you pour your life into others, the result is joy for you and joy for them. And then there is joy by blessing others. Using your gifts, your finances to help others. God blesses you. God blesses you so you can bless others. And that was what Prof was saying. If we remember a scripture which backs this in Proverbs 11:25 says, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will himself be refreshed. So this issue of finding joy, it comes from you pouring out joy, anything, into another person. We have been sitting, let us stand up. Let us all just stand up and do this little exercise before I conclude. Who remembers what I just said? Two things about joy. Just exams. So, two things about joy. One, that you pour out into people, isn't it? The second one is that you be a blessing because God blesses you to bless others. Isn't it? Okay. So, I will tell you to do something, you do it with me. Huh? Okay. Let's all breathe in. Let's breathe out. Let's breathe in. Let's breathe out. Let's breathe in again. Let's breathe out. You see how difficult it is keeping things inside you. Don't keep things inside you. Breathe, pour it out into people. Give it to people. Give it out. Share. Enjoy the joy that you give joy to other people. Thank you very much. You can now sit. Just one thing before I go. All I have said about mentorship, it comes with responsibility from you and the person you are mentoring. So you need to be constantly looking for people to pour out yourself, your knowledge, your skills, your experience into. And by the time you do that, I'm 100% confident that what Prof has been doing, you will also get the applause for it too. You as the mentee also have a responsibility. If you want someone to be your mentor, look out for such people. Look out for them and they will help you. And by the time they help you, you will discover that you have also grown. But if you keep quiet, you will not grow. So constantly look out for that. Dear Prof again, you have applied mentorship mastery in your relationships, building a legacy that will shape lasting impact for future generations and generations to come. Not just one generation. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's have a clap for the chief celebrant. I'll show you a clap we are going to give to him, the locomotive clap. Locomotive. Who knows what a locomotive is? Nobody. Right? We know a locomotive. Most of you don't know what a locomotive train is because you were not born then. But there are locomotive trains. We are going to give him a locomotive because he didn't reach where he is today. He started just slowly, going like that slowly until he arrived to where he is now. Okay. The locomotive clap. If I give this hand, you clap. If I give this hand, you clap, right? Yeah. Okay.